Totally.
And so
Not in a bad way. I think it's great.
No,
Yeah.
dude, this is so intriguing to me. One, because all I care about is, are you getting the outcome that you want? Yes or no? And if you are, amazing. And so you're giving me new tools, new ways to think about this. Okay, so just a quick breakdown of frame of reference. So my hypothesis is that everybody's life is entirely controlled by their frame of reference.
Okay.
The frame of reference, the best analogy would be to say that your frame of reference is a pair of glasses that you put on that distort the living shit out of the world. That none of us have the option of taking the glasses off. Taking the glasses off would be to exist outside of your biology. Nobody's going to be able to do that. So you see the world in a hyper distorted way. Now, all of us over a lifetime of reward, punishment, oh God, what'd you call it? Approval. Like there's all kinds of things
Attention,
that happen to you.
approval.
Attention, affection, approval. Okay. So all of us are getting that constantly from the time that we are born until now. And we choose who to value that from. I mean, you've talked about your parents and all that. Like, so anyway, you can choose, but most people never become consciously aware of what's happening. And so the distortion of their lens happens slowly over time in ways that they simply recognize mistakenly as objective truth. So they think they see the world as it is, not through the warped lenses of their frame of reference. Now, once you realize that you can change the way the lenses warp the world, now you can start to shape your lenses based on action outcome. I did a thing and it had this outcome. And so it all becomes about your ability to predict the outcome of your actions, which is, and we will get into sort of the physics of making money. But to me, that's all about the ability to predict like what tests to run and how to interpret the tests and all that. So it ultimately boils down to your frame of reference. And if you don't get your frame of reference right, the world will be so warped, you will not be able to predict the outcome of your behaviors. Most people end up in the mistaken loop of my emotions are the correct, which one needs to define, and they don't. My emotions are the correct response to this stimulus, even though it does not lead me towards my goals. And they spend their whole life spiraling in emotion, and that's why they're never able to get out of it and begin to polish the lens in a way that actually gives them something useful. And what you're saying is none of that fucking matters. All that matters is whether they do the thing that's going to yield the outcome or not.
I think it just saves a lot of time and because when we try to name these emotions, like, what am I feeling? It's like this whole conversation, not this, but like that self-conversation, it's like, what does that accomplish? Until you then decide to do something in the real world, like nothing matters. And from an outcome perspective.